Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney ended up bumping heads, getting into a heated discussion during the Mikey Garcia versus Sandor Martin fight Saturday night. And I just want to get my thoughts on it, and I also want to get you people's thoughts on it. Before I start, I just want to say I apologize for the live. I was supposed to do a live Saturday night, but I was really tired. Got caught up in some other things. That same live, I will definitely be starting it. I have to reschedule it to the following Friday. So to Deontay Wilder live. Is this the end of Deontay Wilder? So that is the live. So I apologize to all that were waiting. If anybody's waiting on it, I do apologize. I will definitely make sure my schedule is tight or things aren't in the way whenever I plan my following lives from now on. But back to this altercation between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. Got pretty heated. I watched the different camera angles, like the camera angle where it showed the right side, where you see all of Devin Haney's face. That was intense, man. You can see like his eyes were locked in on Teo. Then you could see the shots with Teo on the right, on the left side of them. Teo was locked in a little bit on Devin, but he kept cutting his eye a little bit. But Devin never cut his eye. He was like laser sharp, focused on Teofimo. Teo kept cutting his eye contact, man. So that, to me, man, that's telling me something. That, and then when the commentators had them come up and talk together, you saw some interaction right there, and Teo kind of looked at like, I don't know, he was looking a little shaky to me, man. I mean, like I said, during that discussion, man, you heard Teofimo saying pretty much, hey, what happened to the meeting with Bob, though? Why you ain't show up to the meeting with Bob? Why you ain't show up to the meeting with Bob? Which is a good question. If they were supposed to have a meeting with Bob, why didn't Bill Haney and Devin show up? I don't know. Only, I guess, whatever they had to discuss, maybe they know something we don't know. And I admit that is a good question, man. Why didn't they show up? If they would have tried to make the fight, he's saying, Teo, if they were trying, Bob Arum and them set it up where they wanted to meet with Bill to discuss a fight, and I heard Bob's reaction to that when they asked Bob Arum, okay, it was said that Bill and Devin didn't show up to the meeting. Is this true? And he's like, yeah, we set up a meeting, but he was to talk about the fight with Teo, and it was to talk about some other stuff too, not just the Teofimo fight. And I'm saying to myself, what is he trying to get at? Could it be maybe Bill must have thought, well, maybe if I get in there and have a sit down with Bob right now, he's gonna start talking about trying to get Devin to come over here to Top Rank. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I'm puzzled at this. I really am. I admit, and I love Devin, but what's going on here? I mean, if Teo was claiming that they set this up and Bill didn't show up, why didn't they show up? That's just a question. I just want to find out why. I want to hear Bill Haney's side to why he didn't show up to that meeting to potentially set up a fight between Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney. And then in the past, you heard Bob also say, Devin he signed to the wrong side and all this other stuff. I'm like, here we go with this side talk. Very frustrating, man. I mean, what I'm hoping is that what we saw that night was not like another repeat of the Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford thing. You see how, they pulled up and, they had a little thing and Bob was there and nothing ever materialized. I hope it's not the same thing with Devin Haney and Teofimo. From what they were saying during that whole argument, after George Kambosos fights Teofimo Lopez, they want to fight with Devin Haney. And Devin Haney and Bill is saying they want to fight after Devin take care of his business in December and Teo takes care of the Kambosos business. Okay, Cool. We've heard this all before, man. We've heard this from fighters and we heard this from promoters and everything. Just like with Errol and Terrence, man. You know, I'll get a belt, or after you get a belt, then I'm gonna do this, and then nothing never happens after that person get a belt. Or okay, after this fight, I'm gonna see you, and then nothing never happens. You know, so I mean, I just hope it wasn't a whole bunch of hot air, man. A lot of people were thinking that it was just Eddie Hearn trying to promote Devin, and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Maybe was it them trying to potentially promote a possible future Teofimo versus Devin Haney fight? I don't know. And then when Teo kept saying, you know, he's faking it till he make it or some shit like that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, with that belt, you holding on to that belt for dear life. And he like, yo, how did I get the? Devin's like, how did I get the belt? How'd I get the belt? Because no man want to fight me. That's how. Just like you don't want to fight me. That shit was hilarious. And then Teo was just looking all puzzled and shit like that. I'm like, man, come on, bro. I like to talk. That helps to build up the potential. Like, you know, it grows traction for these two and it builds up some kind of rivalry, which is good to see that. But man, I mean, I'll make it worth something, bro. Don't just, you know, I mean, I hope this thing ain't just a bunch of hot air and then nothing. It just leads to that end. You know what I mean? At least if y'all gonna do all of this on TV, man, like follow up with it and keep it going to lead it into a potential fight, man. You know. But I still would like to know, why didn't Devin Haney show up? Devin Haney's my guy. But I hold anybody feet to the fire. I don't know if T.O. just lying or they making this shit up. But Bob confirmed it. So T.O. ain't lying because Bob confirmed it. But the bigger question is, why didn't they show up? I'm waiting to see a response from Bill Haney with this one. You know, if I was able, man, to set up an interview with them, if I was that big, one of them big channels, I would love to do that, man. But, you know, here's what it is. I want to know what you guys think about the Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez confrontation, and what you take from it, and why do you think Bill Haney didn't show up to that meeting with Bob to potentially set up a fight? This is Rebel Life Boxing. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll catch you guys later on the next one. And I'm off this. Peace.